I pray these messages find exactly who they're meant to find at the exact time they need them. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for your patience as I was hopping online. Oh, I'm so happy to be here with you today. How are y'all doing? First couple of days of Mercury retrograde, and we're all fatutzt is the word. At least I am somehow already, and it's just started. Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Just taking a few moments, hi Lindsay, to set the space. Happy you could make it live, Kimberly. Yeah, intense energy, Lisa, for sure. Oh, Dungeon Crawler, you made it in. Always great to connect with you. Hello, hello. Just setting the space. I love you too, Caitlin. All right, family. Hearing it's time to get started. This is a collective message, not particular to twin flames this time around, but there may be something here for you if you are a twin flame. This is what I've been told. And this morning I woke up, I had no idea where this was gonna start. And I know I feel like I get on every single live stream and I say that, but it's so true. So much of my life I'm just moment to moment guided by the divine, and I'll be given instructions, do this, do that, say this, say that, go here, talk to this person, don't talk to this person, go walk down that street and not that one. That kind of thing. And it's interesting to see how over time I've invited God into all of the little decisions that I make. And I wanted to start with some angel numbers that I was getting for this message and also for this time today. 777 is really loud. The sevens are very loud at this time. And you might also be seeing 707, 707, 717, 911, 711. 711 is also really loud. 611, 404, 444, or 44s. And 333, 808, 222, 2222, 321, and 111. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to spend much time unpacking all of these numbers, like in depth, each one in particular, but usually there's some message for one of these numbers that comes out throughout the course of these live readings. Yeah, the fives have also been very loud. You might also be seeing 1055. You guys need to be staying hydrated at this time. You need to be staying hydrated, okay? Because with all the solar flares and DNA upgrades that are coming in, flying so quickly at the planet right now, yes, the nines have also been so loud. 999, 999. Wow, I saw that maybe 3 times yesterday. Just in the span of a couple of hours, I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So, yeah. I feel like so much is being brought to a head. This is something that I've been saying, So much is being brought to a head, to a culmination in this eclipse season, so that all of these karmic contracts, these energetic cords that are ready to be severed, 444, are ready to be released so that you can fully step into your next chapter, your next phase. As always, we are on a path of constant evolution, constant transformation, and it's so easy to get caught up in this. My guides gave me a vision of it earlier, this hamster wheel of heal it all. This hamster wheel of heal it all right now, heal it all right now. And yes, the ambition is good, the drive is necessary to be unearthing all of these things and letting go of them, but it's also so imperative that you're taking the proper time to integrate. Because it is possible to do too much too fast. It is absolutely possible, and it makes your body shut down. And we don't want that. I don't want that for you at all. So make sure that you're pacing yourself as you go through your energy healing work, as you go through your inner child reflections, as you are deep in your prayers, have 555 on the clock. Making sure that you're pacing yourself is really, really essential to grounding and embodying all that you learn into your reality. So that way your knowledge becomes wisdom. It becomes a lived experience. So one thing also that was coming through really loudly earlier today was that this phrase, God never tests us without purpose. And earlier I was running through this whole experience that brought me this realization, and I was like, well, how many details can I get into? How many details can I express? And I'll just say, yesterday I was being tested a lot, and sometimes I know I'm in the middle of these tests, sometimes I don't. And I was on the train home, and I sit down in this seat, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, honestly, it's been a long day. I would just like to decompress. I hope no one sits next to me on the train, but you know, that never happens. So I sat there, and I'm sitting in the seat, and someone sits down next to me, and my guides say, don't speak to that person. And I was like, that's a little weird. What do you mean? Don't speak to them. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit there with my headphones, not playing anything just because I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, and I can't always focus when I'm listening to something when I'm reading. And I hear muffled through my headphones, what is that? What book is that? And my guides are saying, like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I'm like, what do you mean? It's the freaking Bhagavad Gita. If there's anything that I'm gonna start a conversation over, it's the Bhagavad Gita. And they were just like, don't do it. Don't do it. And of course, that wasn't an instruction that I wanted to follow. And it made me uncomfortable that I was being asked to do something that felt so against my nature. And so I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm reading Bhagavad Gita. And the person goes, oh, is it a good book? Yeah, I want to write it down for my archive. See, I'm a college student. He opens his wallet, shows me his ID, and I'm like, I don't really understand why this is happening. But the energy was off. And I couldn't really explain what about it was super off. Sorry, they just told me something else that I need to remember to say after this story time. I promise it has a purpose. I know you guys are probably like, why does she talk about so much of the things that she's going through in such detail? And I promise, I promise it has a purpose. You might hear that rocking. That's just one of my crystals. Okay. So later that night, I was called to do some mission work, and this is literally yesterday. It was literally last night. Oh my God, feels like 3 weeks ago. And I was called to do some mission work, and there was a part of this retrieval that was particularly sensitive, that I was told there were going to be monitoring spirits that were watching me, that were going to want to interfere and distract with the work that I was being called to do. And so I said, okay, wait. what happens if I do engage with this monitoring spirit? And I was told that that allows them to interfere with the work that I'm trying to do. And that would not have been good. That would not have been good. So then I backtracked and I realized, oh my God, you were testing me earlier on the train and I failed the test. I failed the test. God help me. I need your help to pass this test alone because I pass this test this time because it's not a test. It's the real thing. It's the real thing. It's the real thing. And there will be consequences if I don't do this properly. And so, of course, me looking for an easy way out, I was like, is there such thing as as a way to like etherically tune out and like put like earmuffs on or something that I don't have to hear? And and they were like, that's cheating, Julia. You can't do that. I said, okay, well, God help me. It's your strength alone that does all of this anyway. So please help me. Help me pass this test this time. And so I went into the mission and did everything that I was supposed to do. And this entity was talking so much, trying to, yeah, can I get a retest? I was like, oh my God, please. Give me some warning next time. But anyways, so I ended up not engaging with the entity, though it was really difficult. And as it was talking to me, I was thinking things to myself, and then I got really scared that it was hearing me, that it was hearing in me, and that was going to establish a connection which would allow it to interfere with the work that I was doing, and I did not want that. So mission's finished, I start freaking out, and my guides are like, no, Julia, you passed. You passed the test this time. But the moral of the story is that God never asks us to do something without having some long-term vision in mind, even if we can't see what it is. The test was, can I follow instructions? That might be difficult. That might go against my nature. And it was incredibly valuable because I realized that all the little ways that we feel tested are all preparation for the mission work that we're being called to do, whether that's within a few hours, like it was for me last night, or if it's in a few weeks, if it's in a few years. It's all setting the stage for where God is trying to bring us. So, when God gives you an instruction and it doesn't make sense initially, trust that God knows what God is doing. I say this a lot here. God knows always what God is doing. And we don't always have the long-term vision, the foresight to really fathom the greater plan, even if we understand that we are being tested. I had 1333 on the clock here. Even if we understand that we are being tested, we never know when the time is going to come that that lesson is going to be put into the bigger picture. The small tests, they aren't as... I'm hearing the word critical, but it's more like God gives us the little baby tests so we can get a taste of how we need to listen and how we can focus. Because if we get the small steps right, when it comes to the bigger leap, we already know what we have to do. And really, God can make a pond into a puddle. So it's just that we feel that the stakes are higher when really God's carrying us every step of the way, right? So, God never tests us without purpose. And I'm also feeling pulled to say that God will never give us a vision for the future, also without some purpose. Whether or not that's something we can see the steps as to how to get there, or it just feels like some far away I'm hearing the word canyon. Just like this vast space that we have to cross. Yeah. Let's pull some cards. See, what do the guides have for you today? They had me channel some messages. Oh my gosh. Very interesting. They had me channel some messages and put them onto cards the other day, and I'm surprised that we're using these. Because they're descriptors. So these could be describing you, this could be describing someone that you're involved with right now. And then we're going to get some cards as to where we're going here. Ooh, someone's anxious. Y'all okay? These heart upgrades have been freaking insane. Absolutely wild. Oh, what a synchronicity that is. So, yeah, this is the other thing that I wrote down today. My heart has probably skipped several beats at least 5 times today. I heard it was 6. 6 times today, and every time that happens, it's a shift in the timelines, and I could feel I could feel how much my reality was changing and how much my body was responding to each of these timeline jumps. It was blowing my mind. So you could be noticing very, 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 very intense bouts of anxiety. Maybe you haven't experienced these anxiety to this extent in a very long time. But these are related to the influx of energies coming in as well as all of the energies coming out. So be patient with yourself. So a couple of these cards here, I have someone in their 40s could be here, or you could be dealing with someone in their 40s. Yeah, okay, this is speaking to that anxious energy. Then we have someone that's on the shy side or a bit introverted. I also wrote quiet and calm here. And someone youthful. Someone youthful, or in the eyes of others, maybe immature, but truly just lighthearted. So definitely an air of misunderstanding. You also have someone with a more dominant personality. Just taking, it could be an air sign. I'm hearing these are the last ones. And then someone in their 20s. And breaking generational curses. Your inner child is going through a lot of healing at this time. You know, I'm hearing it's like the last push through this energy that those of you who are creators out here, yeah, confirmation on that. Those of you who are creators are getting more in touch with your artistic side and your youthful, playful energy here. Yes, okay, I'm seeing this now. And this is inviting a spirit of abundance back into your life. Because that openness, that lightheartedness is necessary to set yourself free, and also to not take yourself so seriously. So we're going to channel messages for a little bit longer, and then I was guided to pull out a couple of my singing bowls today to do a healing for you all. So we're going to get more information on what that healing will be. Yeah, it feels very much, I don't know, just after reading those cards, it feels very much like I'm in a void, very much in a space in between. Thank you. So it could feel like, oh, got it. So we're about to step into a portal collectively tomorrow with the 4-4 energy, and that's gonna close or peak on the 8th with the solar eclipse. And that portal closes when? On the 22nd. Okay. Because it's another 4-4 day. And this portal is going to feel like a period of incubation where your creativity is going to come to life and be, I'm hearing, take on new forms, new shapes. Some of you within the same medium, some within different mediums. Tongue-tied. This deck. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Okay, can we clear that? Oh, that's okay. Okay, so I was just feeling like there's something, it feels like there's, oh my god, what? Okay, so the big, what's really big about this energy right now with this 4-4 to 4-8 portal in particular, yes, it's open until the 22nd of April, is that this is such a heightened time of creativity and light codes and restoration occurring for the earth, that there are a lot of forces, a lot of energies, a lot of entities that could be surrounding you at this time, trying to interfere with your stepping into this new chapter, stepping into this new energy. Because I'm sitting here feeling like something is like, it's like a vacuum over the energy field. It's just like taking all the life out, And I'm like, that there's something not right about that. What is that energy about? And so I'm feeling, okay, yeah, I literally dreamt about a protection candle last night. So some of you need to be upping your protection with candles, black candles in particular. You can find them charged with Reiki on Amazon. They're really excellent. You can also use crystals for protecting you and grounding your space. Or really just connecting with nature, being outside as much as possible. I know, like today, the weather here was so nasty. It was just raining and windy, just flooding everywhere, just not good, but also symbolic of all of the intense purification happening right now. We have purification with Coventina. So this energy could feel a little bit distressing, like it feels very rocky, like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's because of all the interference that's trying to attempt things. And needless to say, they won't be successful. Just make sure that you're keeping your prayers up, that you are cleansing your space, protecting your space, clearing your auric field. That's important. And making sure that you're sending back energies that you might have picked up to their origin. That's so huge, so huge. Yeah, okay, we got confirmation here on your creativity reaching new heights is what I'm hearing, as well as your ability to feel free in your expression. So with a lot of this inner child healing, a lot of the wounds there are stored in the sacral chakra. Like you guys might remember from, was it last month I did the inner child energy healing, and that focused primarily on the sacral chakra. And your passion is so intimately connected to your ability to express yourself. So when we find we're feeling depleted, lethargic, we don't really have a desire to communicate. We don't really have a desire to reach out or connect. But when we're feeling alive, enthralled, we are wanting to express ourselves to the point that holding back can actually be difficult, which is why Mercury, I'm sorry, I keep smacking. This is probably really loud. I'll stop. It's why Mercury retrograde in Aries is such a challenging energy also, because it's bringing to the forefront all of this angst. All of this angst. Honestly, okay, James, that's so funny because I was hearing the song by Whitney Houston again, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And then there's another song that came through. The jazz standard, All of Me. And my guys were like, you have to sing it, Julia. You have to sing it. I'm like, I don't want to sing it. I don't want to sing it. But see, this is an energy also. I'm mirroring it, that we're taking ourselves a little too seriously, you know? So again, being mindful that our sensitivity is really high at this time. Hey, Derek. Glad you made it in. Yes, Mira, Love by Nat King Cole. That song came through in the last live stream that I did, maybe 4 days ago. And I feel like you are, Mercury retrograde in Aries is challenging your ability to work in partnership, work in teams. I know it's been doing that for me, but it all feels like new territory, right? We're being shown and guided through through these difficulties, through these challenges, that we're actually far more capable of like achieving things together than we might have thought. And again, that's this energy of delegating here, which was another card that came out. Was it the last twin flame reading I did? It was, the message was that masculines are, what was it? It's an energy of learning to trust again. Yeah, learning to trust again. And feminines too. Feminines too. But it's not a twin flame message. That was just for those of you who've been following me for a minute here. And sharing a space and healing and hanging out. So, what about it? They were like, talk about Bhagavad Gita. And I was like, what do you mean talk about Bhagavad Gita? What, is there a particular verse you wanted me to share? Okay, that's all right. All right, brought me right to chapter 9. I was like, okay, all right. Feeling so strongly that the words were, give everything to Krishna. Give everything to Krishna. Give everything to the Lord, to Jesus, to Buddha, Yahweh, whoever you pray to. As long as it's something beyond the universe. Thank you for teaching me that. And I feel like through all of these trials and tribulations, all of this turbulence, feels like the word is, we're coming into deeper states of surrender. deeper states of surrender, and honoring God, the divine, as the doer in all cases, in all scenarios. That it's God who empowered all of us to be here today sharing this space. It's God who created everything. And so the spirit of the nature of service, the nature of stepping into our mission is to move with the spirit of love, to really put our heart into everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we aspire for. Because it's that quality of unconditional love, that quality of compassion that really frees us. It frees us from expectation of a particular outcome. And I mean, more biblically, it frees us from sin. I'm hearing. And ultimately, when we offer ourselves, when we offer our actions, our words, our deeds to the divine, we become empowered in ways that we never thought possible. And so all these challenges, these circumstances that are pressuring you, that are pulling you every which way, they're all opportunities to see, who do I turn to when things get challenging? Who do I turn to when I need some support? How can I treat this as if it is sacred? How can I treat this relationship in a way that honors that it's sacred? How can I treat this task in a way that honors that it's sacred? And I feel like those of you who are creators, in particular, but it's just they're calling me to this card of Saraswati here. Those of you that are creators are starting to see how you can pour your heart more wholly into these endeavors. I'm hearing how to not hold back. And that goes for everyone here. Because when we are moved by the spirit of love, when we are so immersed in loving freely, there's no resistance. There's just flowing, accepting. And in that is a humility. A humility and a willingness to see the grace of God in all things, no matter how they appear. And I said, that's the message. It's time to move on to the healing. And sometimes to shift our perspective, to recharge and reset, we need to rest. That's also that's also Mercury retrograde energy, is to rest, reset, review, relax. Take a deep breath. Take a step back. And get out of our heads. Yeah. So, Another one? I'm just asking what healing they would like to facilitate tonight. My guides and God the Divine. Okay. Heart or root? Okay. We're going to start with the root chakra. Actually, I'm sitting here, it's like back and forth. The heart, the root, the heart, the root, the heart, the root. I'm all wondering why. Yes. We're starting with the heart chakra. So, if you're new here, welcome. Hi, my name's Julia Rose. Happy to have you. We're going to be doing an energy healing at this time, and it's going to include my crystal singing bowls as well as Reiki. I practice a particular form of Reiki called Kundalini Reiki, and that is especially powerful in that it combines energy of God the Divine as well as the Holy Earth with my own Kundalini energy to amplify. And this could also include a little bit of light language. Just for the sake of time here, I'm not going to go into too much of a description of what light language is. And I'm hearing that we're going to be starting with, it's like I can see it in my mind's eye what it's going to do, but the key is how do I articulate it? 169 of you in here. Thank you so much for joining. So it's like I can see that once we're starting to get into your heart chakra, it's going to expand, and I can see your heart chakra starting to swirl and swirl and swirl and open and open and open and open, really helping us transmute and release this anxiety. 10:10 on the clock here, my local time. And from there, I see it working to, they're like, it's not necessary to describe all of this, but I'd like to. I can see it reworking the way all of your chakras are interacting by like sending the healing energy through entirely. So if you are open to receiving this energy healing, please say yes. I heard someone say a very loud no. Well, if it's not your video, then you are more than welcome to click off. I wish you well. But for those of you who said yes, I hear you, and we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna tap into the energy now, and then I will start playing the bowl. Okay, we're ready to begin. I've connected, now I'm tapping into your energy. Okay. was just pulling some cords. Any energies that were ready to be released, I was guided to pull them off of you. And we disintegrated them and send back any energy with love to wherever it came from. And I've been guided to ramp up the healing a little bit, so you might start to feel the energy get a little bit stronger. Still going very gently, taking it slow. Moving on to the root now. The root singing bowl, but we had, exactly as I had said it would go before. Oh my gosh, it's so much bigger. So we were moving through the heart chakra, clearing out the anxiety, making space for freer self-expression and safety in that. And then I was pulling out some cords because I was guided to, and I felt, woo, it felt really good to pull those out. And we disintegrated those, sent love back to the origin of those cords. And then at the end there, we were using the heart chakra to help recalibrate your chakra system. Systems, I'm being corrected. And then after that, when I let the bowl finish playing, and then I was doing a little bit of light language, that was to begin grounding in some of these light codes coming in with the 4/4 portal, the solar eclipse too, because we're starting to to feel that energy coming towards us. So I'm feeling now, we're going to continue with the root singing bowl, and I'm just gonna get into it, and afterwards I'll tell you what what we did. Okay? Moving through abundance blocks here in the root. What was the word that you gave me? Scarcity mindset. Clearing that out. I'm beginning the process of clearing it out. Maybe you have been working on this on your own already. cleared out abundance blockages as well as scarcity mindset. And afterwards, I poured into your root abundance light codes. And now we're taking a moment to ground these energies into your body. Grounding the rest of these energies into your body. Yes, there were some crown activations when I started playing this bowl. It was very interesting. I could feel my crown was buzzing, which told me that there was a block in the channels connecting your root to your crown. So we straightened those out. I'm hearing that we finished grounding these energies into your body. Now I'm going to take a moment to clear all of our spaces so that any energies that were removed, any cords that were pulled, that they're all going to alchemize and clear. You'll begin to notice that these energies are clearing the space around you as well as moving through you. We're working with the violet flame in this moment to clear up any lingering energies related to what we cleared. Helping you find an even deeper reset. So I'm hearing the spaces are clear. Yes, Dungeon Crueler, I've been working with the violet flame a bit more frequently than normal the past, or I should say this eclipse season. It's definitely been the time for it. Definitely been the time for it. Okay, last couple of things. I'm hearing that the integration period for this clearing and activation will be about 15 hours. And what does that mean? It means that right here, right now, we shifted all of these things on an energetic level in your bodies. And in the next 15 hours, your energy bodies are all going to calibrate once more to this new alignment. So in this time, take it easy and just be mindful that these energies are exiting. There's nothing really to do or say, like no specific prescription at this time. But just to know that in about 15 hours, you probably will feel a shift. So that's the first thing. Another thing, I'm so happy that you all made it in today. And I am so grateful that I am able to show up for you and connect with you all here on this platform, and that we're all here on the journey together. And I appreciate you all very much, and your presence and your love so much. And so I'd like to always throw it out there, if you're interested in a private reading or a private healing, please, I would love to work with you. You can check out my website at www.fromspiritforlove.com. And I do a bunch of different things over there, so you can check it out. And I will see you in the next one. I'm not sure when that will be. I might be taking the weekend off because it is my birthday on Sunday. So I am looking forward to whenever it is the next time that I get to connect with you all. So that said, I'll see you soon, and I love you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I mean, it's Wednesday. Thursday is technically the start of the weekend somewhere, right? Thank you all for the birthday wishes. And preparing for this solar eclipse, I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try to watch it. What are you guys doing? Are you guys gonna watch it on the 8th? Don't you need like special glasses or something? I love you all so much. You're so kind. Your love really just fills my heart. Like, being able to connect with you all and work with you all has just been such a treasure. Like, I treasure and I cherish all of you so much. So some of you are watching it, yes, without any any eyewear. That's bold. Yeah, how am I an Aries? Some people ask me that all the time, and it's because I've worked really hard to dial it down. But sometimes I really get testy, you know? Like, Mercury retrograde has been very, very testy for me. But I have a lot of earth energy as well, and in Vedic astrology, I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. I'm primarily a Pisces, which would make sense because I'm out here doing this, doing stuff like this for y'all. So, yeah. Anyways, oh, they're telling me it's time to get going. It's time to get going. But I love connecting with you all. So, stay tuned. I've got some... They're like, don't say it yet. Okay, fine. I will... Mom's word. I will see you all in the next one, and I love you dearly. Okay? Take care.